I'm actually thinking what would look really cool, and this is just my opinion, is that have this trophy actually sitting on a swamp carry pedestal, and then having on a little light system under it, so it's illuminating up through here. And then with their stainless steel logo that goes on top. Some really fluffy resin in there. It'll illuminate that as well. So stunning. I mean, like, look at the natural dark, really darkness of the swamp carry, the skin of the swamp carry. And then you've got the flashes of gold coming through where you sand it down. So that's very skillful, you young Reuben, you know, to sand all of that like that, brother. Done well. And this is the master sander, the master grinder. Master sander, master grinder?
Yes, Paul.
Hey?
Yes, Paul.
Yes, Paul, you are? You love it? You don't love it, do you? Okay, guys, so just cracking on. I'm just about to do this amazing trophy. This is a piece of stunning swamp carry root. So we're just going to pop this now into our mould that's been waxed and just rotate it into position and get it where we want it. I'm leaving about 5 to 10 mil of clear base, and I'm having it quite tight, just rotating it around and getting it quite tight up against the sides of the container. Two things. One, I want to take up volume so I'm not using a huge amount of resin, and two, it's going to look a lot better visually, from a visual perspective of having this piece in here, whereas this would just be a big clear void. So first up, we're just going to mix up around 6 kilos of resin. To calculate your resin volume, simply go onto resinwoodtablesnz.com, resinswood.com, and use the resin calculator. It's self-explanatory, and you'll be able to work out to the nearest 10 or 20 grams or 10 or 20 mils how much resin you need to do your particular job at hand. Okay, Tim, so when you're calculating your resin, once you've calculated your volume, our ocean cast epoxy is 2 to 1 by volume, not 2 to 1 by weight. So it's really important that when you mix up your ocean cast epoxy, you do it by volume. So what I've got here is I've got a pot to use for my vacuum chamber, and sometimes I use a vacuum chamber just to speed up the process of getting the bubbles to release from the epoxy. Now if I just let the epoxy sit in here for 2 or 3 hours, all of those bubbles are going to come to the center, and I'll just use the gas torch with the blue flame just to pop those residual bubbles and do my pour. That's 4. Once you have your resin in your mixing container, you want to use a flat paddle stick to stir up your epoxy to make sure it's well blended. Going to turn on our vacuum chamber and start the process. Just hold down our lid to make sure we've got a really good seal. And as you can see, all the resin's starting to bubble up, and that's all the air being sucked out of the epoxy and drawn to the top. Now I'm not going to do what I did last time and let this get all the way out to my lid, because it makes a really ugly mess, and that's the last thing we want. And I'm really happy with that. It's come up well. As you can see, yes, it's really, really yellowy looking, and that's what you get with the very high UV. But once this cures, this will be crystal clear. Another thing you can do is you could use a funnel with a hose that goes down to the bottom, so you're filling the mould from the bottom up. In this case, I'm not overly concerned about this because I know my bubbles are going to disperse really well. I've got the trophy mould in the back of the van, and I did another pour this morning. And so yeah, only way to get the job done is keep pouring every day. So this one's been built on the road. We'll just do whatever we have to do to get your job done for you. Anyway guys, signing off and getting ready for a rough crossing on the Blue Ridge Ferry. This is what's in the lounge. Oh my god. Yes, that's right. We got the trophy in the lounge, and I've just poured it to 55 mil. It's a lot hotter here than what it is down in Christchurch, so I'm a little bit concerned. I don't have my temperature reader, my laser, but yeah, hopefully we'll be right. I'll just have to check it every few hours. If it does start to get a bit hot, we'll have to go and get a truck ton of ice and put it into an ice bath. I'm dubbing in! Could have had another hour and a half sanding to go with 240 to get it all up to 240, and then we'll tidy up the wood a little bit and start doing our resin applications using resins wood, ultra fast pebble. Okay guys, so what I've done here is I've just put some green tape on the back side of my trophy piece, and what that's going to do is when I just kicked over the dog's bucket, when I come to resin my top here and the resin's coming down the sides, it's going to want to trap over and go underneath. So we just put on a bit of green tape, and then once it's all set, we'll sand this line here back again, and the excess resin that's sitting on the green tape, we can just pull the green tape off and that'll leave the back nice and clear. Now with this particular piece, I'm not going to highly resin the back. That's just going to be sanded with about 400 grit and then polished, so it gives it a little bit of a ghosting effect. don't have any runoff. You don't really have to put too much heat on it, or you don't have to actually charcoal it. Just have to tan it, because once the resin goes on, that's going to be really, really dark anyway.
So today what I'm just going to show you is just like how to flood coat a slab of timber. Now this piece has already been seal coated, and I'm fairly happy with how it's seal coated. It could really do with another 1 to 2 coats to get the seal coating looking nice and shiny so all the voids are filled. Now I know that this one has got a lot of voids to fill, and I'm not overly concerned about it, as I've been working with this stuff for a really long time now, and I know what I can do and what I can get away with. So first off, if you've got a slab of timber like this, really stunning, it's got crates that go from the top to the bottom. After you've done your seal coating, and I would encourage you to do your seal coating more than what I've done it here, what you want to do is you want to tape up these voids. So you're not going to tape up all the big ones like here. Most of you won't get away with it, but we'll try to do as much as we can. So I'm just covering the major cracks. Yeah, just covering the majority of the crack lines here, where I think epoxy could seep out from the side.
Okay guys, so we've got my good friend Amanda here, and Amanda's just about to do the seal coat, mix up the epoxy. We're using Resin's wood ultra fast epoxy, and we're just going to give this a quick coat on top. Should be off in 4 hours, and then we can do another application later tonight, or flip it over and do the bottom. You want to try to be as accurate as you can, guys, within 10 or 15 mils. Okay, now that we've got that done, we're going to give it a good stir up, and ideally you don't want to put too much air into the epoxy by beating it too hard. So Amanda's just going to use this wooden spoon. Thanks, Dad. And just give that a good mix up. As you're mixing, you just want to be scraping the sides of your bucket. So there's one key and important step that I missed here, I just didn't do, and I didn't do it on purpose because I just want to see if you guys are paying attention. So if you can name the important step or process that wasn't done, just leave your name and contact number and what the process is in the comments, and you'll be in to win a 1.5 kilo pack of ultra fast epoxy. So another thing we do, guys, is we use the 2-bucket method. And the 2-bucket method, just have a look at that, that's beautiful. 2-bucket method is what I like to use for all of my resin coats and applications, as I transfer the resin from one bucket to the other. And as I'm pouring, and I'm just looking through the face to ensure that that epoxy is really well blended. If it looks all streaky, then it's a pretty good indication to me that the epoxy is not blended enough. Another thing you can do, which we didn't do, is you can preheat the epoxy in a hot water bath. That's just one of the steps. But you know, it's quite a hot day here in Auckland, so we're just mixing it by hand.
Looking pretty good. I know I'm looking good. Anyway, guys, what do you think about that, Amanda? Thinking, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Okay, so that's the next application. Always, guys, when you come to clean up, if you're like me, you've got resin all over your hand, make sure you use white vinegar. You can use isopropyl, but it's not a good thing to use. It goes straight into the bloodstream. White vinegar is the best product to use. Okay guys, there you have it. Amanda's on the camera giving us the big close-up, the big look at what's going on here. And like I said, it'll most likely be tomorrow now. I'll have to come back and sand the sides. That's making my window very tight. But it's one of those things. Got to get it perfect. Can't go out unless it's perfect. And we can get this darling sanded tonight or tomorrow morning. Take a little bit more time, put a final coat on, and then hopefully Tuesday we'll be doing the mounting onto the main block, putting the other feature piece on, and this sweetheart will be all done. Thank you, Amanda, for your help and assistance in your kitchen. The kitchen is slowly turning into a resin room, isn't it?
Yeah, slowly.
We're slowly getting there. God knows what my sisters or my brother thinks, turning your dad's house into a resin room, but hey, there you go, guys. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Hey guys, so we're just about to do one of our final applications of epoxy on the trophy project. So first up, we're going to just wipe over the piece with an isopropyl alcohol. Now I use isopropyl because it just evaporates straight away, and it just removes the majority of the dust. Thank you, Amanda, darling. And it gives me a bit of an insight while I'm wiping it as to if there's any imperfections or sanding marks that I may have missed as I've gone down through the grits. And as I wipe it over, I'm just looking for any type of little imperfections or things that I'm unhappy with. And overall, I'm quite happy with how that's come up, and this will be an amazing piece. It's kind of like quite amazing, isn't it, Amanda?
Oh, definitely.
A little bit like myself, eh, darling?
Maybe.
Maybe? I get a maybe this morning, guys.
Anyway, first up, I'm just going to go over, give it a light brush up in places, get some of this wood covered. And we really don't want to aerate the resin too much. This is the bottom side that's going to be mounted onto the slab. Amanda, could you be a sweetheart and just grab the new propane bottle and put it onto our gun, our flame torch? You know, have it sit secure. Okay, I'm just going to start to do a pour now, guys. I'll pour a lot on. I'm going to have a lot of wastage. Not worried about it. Okay guys, we're just going to pour this again. We put it yesterday, but I had my resin too hot. I didn't work fast enough because I was trying to do a tutorial video and she went off way too fast, so I've just mixed up my resin, and this time I haven't preheated the resin, just to give me a little bit more working time. don't want to be playing with this stuff. Beautiful, Amanda. You're doing a wonderful job, sweetheart. Thank you for all your help on this project. How are we going to carry it to the car, mate?
You're okay, please?
What do you reckon, brother?
Yeah, really good. Really,
Happy?
really happy. Thank you. It's been a really quick turnaround, so thank you very much for all your efforts, and what a piece. Stunning.
Yeah.
So excited. So we've got you've done it with 2 hours to spare.
2 hours!
2 hours to spare.
Yeah.
So we're all good.
Okay, as long as you're happy, that's the main
Really
thing.
happy. Awesome.